Okay, Virgo, September's the original Virgo before they switched over to 12th zodiac, the 13th zodiac. September 16th to August 30th, tourmaline, Virgin, Mercury, Quicksilver, Hematite, Sapphire, Lungs, Thyroid, Wednesday. I'm getting the Sapphire rings important. Maybe a delay, but nothing to worry about. Canadian Cancer Society. Maybe you donate or you're a supporter. Okay, what can we get for Virgo? Family, endurance. Ooh. Maybe you're taking a break, you're on vacation right now. You got the eight of coins in reverse. Now this is either you or somebody you know. Maybe this is like a co-worker too. Somebody that slacks off and you're like, well, what the F? I do all the work. Like you have a relationship with this person. I do all the work, but then they sit there and they reap the rewards. And maybe that's led you to have some sort of feelings. Or this could be you. You could be taking a break from working really hard. Or maybe you're lacking the motivation of this time. You lost the kind of joy for it. Excuse me. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe it's the lack of understanding of something. I'm determined, though. Very determined to figure it out. Got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that this is you, the person watching. Virgo, you've had so much that you've went through. You had so much love to give people, and people just kind of shat on you the whole time. So you got into the more like the villain mode. I don't want to say villain era, but like the villain mode. It's just like enough's enough. You know, I've done what I could. I've tried my best to communicate. I've said everything I can. I'd like to birth something new. I'd like to go on my own way. So instead of sharing with somebody else, I would just like to kind of keep my energy to myself, which is fine. That could be why you're not participating or you're not wanting to. Maybe I'm getting like eyelash or something like that. That usually make a wish, isn't it? Anyways, okay. You stop drinking tea. There could be a reason for that. Maybe you don't have any more tea. You need to get more tea. Or maybe you don't know what's going on. Like information. You're not 100% sure. Could be why you're not making any judgments or working on anything right now. You're kind of waiting for information to come in. Augmentation of the self. Correspondence. Yeah. Correspondence or mutual relationship between two things, like a correlation. So two things are happening right now, and you're waiting for a rule associating the members of one set with those of another, or mapping something out. Correspondence or harmony among parts, claims. So maybe there's something that needs to go through, like a file or a claim, or you're waiting on some information, or like the consistency, congruity, or the consonants. Relationships of correspondence, equivalence or identity between the systems or parts. So maybe trying to figure out whose job's what. Systems or parts of a system. Symmetry, mathematical variable related to another, and always having a corresponding value. So maybe you don't feel that there's some sort of balance going on right now. There's no functioning. And that's kind of led you into this like Queen of Cups in reverse energy. That's not a bad thing, but it doesn't feel permanent. Then you got the Queen of Swords with her sword down. So she doesn't even want to fight. She's capable of fighting, but she doesn't even want to fight. She's got an entire wall built up along the outskirts of whatever village she's in or whatever community she's in. She's got the entire wall there. So she has protection. Whoever this is, this could be you or somebody you know very close. This could even be like a daughter energy. You have protection. This woman has the protection. She's choosing not to fight. She'd rather maybe use her words, but there's not the full picture right now. It's like a self-defense, but she's not having to fight. There's not a full picture coming in. And You have enough faith and trust in yourself to kind of go your own way. And maybe you don't want to share right now. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. A 3 of Swords. So there's been some sort of betrayal. This has to do with crown energy, I'm feeling, because like the bell symbolizes almost like where your pelvis is. You've got the crown, you've got the coccyx, and you got the circle around it. And that's where feminine wise, for the female anatomy, where children are birthed through the canal, like that portal, that opening. And that to me is symbolic to the crown. We wear the crown internally. But there's been a betrayal here. There's 3 generations worth of holding that crown. I don't feel like you're backing down. These feel like 2 different women. Getting 2 different women energies. Or masculines in their feminine energy. But this has to do with the crown chakra. And the swords didn't make no cut. They didn't cut through. Whatever the damage that was supposed to be done didn't get done. So that's good. Take some comfort in knowing whatever negative energy that was sent towards you with malintent was returned to the original sender. And if this is you that sent it out, it didn't work. It goes right back to you. Don't take this personally, but I mean, if you're sending out energy to harm another person, sturdy foundation with the rocks down there, but then you have the water in the background. Don't fall into nothing. Don't fall into no traps or pits, or be pushed off a cliff just because somebody else is getting you to juggle something. Maybe it's at work. Maybe this has to do with work. But don't be bullied. Don't be bullied into doing something just because, yeah, it could be like a hierarchy, like a ranking, a lot of anger. Maybe they have a feeling of resentment, or you have a feeling of resentment. Be careful with that. Don't let it get full control over your actions. You could feel the resentment, understand why, learn the lesson, but the minute you act out of that, it could cost you your job. The Chariot sideways. This is supposed to be movement. It can be somebody of a police status. It can be somebody that's maybe a manager here. This is Cancerian energy, a manager that's full of emotion. Maybe this is somebody you're headbutting up against. Keep in mind, this person has a tight grip on the reins of these 2, whether they be co-workers or the direction in which the company is supposed to be headed. I'm feeling a lot of work energy here. This person also comes bearing a sword too, and they are their third eye is well awake and aware. So if you're choosing not to do something and you're holding back, let's say your integrity because you're bitter in some way with this other person, or they're bitter with you, there's some sort of drama going on there. Watch your actions. Watch how don't pay attention to nobody else and what they're doing. Even if they're not pulling their own weight or whatever, do not pay attention to them. You worry about what you're doing, how you carry yourself, how you're acting. Don't focus on them. You're going to get caught up and you'll go right over the cliff. You'll go right over that side of that rock into the water. Then you'll be swimming. Yeah. Keep your balance. Do that. The 10 of Cups coming your way. You could have just recently got into a relationship or engaged, so this could be heading in a good direction. Or you found somebody that has already the stability and the maturity, especially emotionally, and you've reconnected with this person. I say reconnected, which is interesting how that word came in instead of union, like you're just meeting this person. So this is somebody you probably already know. Hoping it is not the boss person, but if it is, no judgment here. That could be your happiness, but be careful because the 3 Swords is out here. There is people throwing shade. Hopefully it's not you throwing shade at another happy couple, because that's not nice. If you see somebody at work, let's say 2 people are working together and you know they're married but they're professional, and you have some sort of resentment or jealousy about that, and then you start throwing them shade, that's going to end you up in a not so good place. Wheel of Fortune upright. So I have a feeling this is whoever I'm reading to's energy, these two go hand in hand here. This is good. Good energy movement. Maybe this is the owner of the company. It's dealing with somebody that's really not giving their full effort and having to make a decision. To each their own. I mean, if they're a manager of a company and there's a person not working or not giving their full heart into it, if you got to do what you got to do. Hopefully they're not sending nothing your way. Now, if this is you, on the other hand, and you're living like a happy life and you have to make decisions about one of your employees, let's say you're an owner of your own company, your own business, and there's a person that you're on the fence with, whether or not you're going to have to take action, or there's some sort of love affair or something like that, and you have to make a judgment call. You have to do what you have to do. Ace of Coins in reverse. The offer's off the table. Whatever that was. Maybe this person that's not working right now or that's not fulfilling whatever duties. The Ace of Coins has been removed. Or it was due to whatever affair or dramas happened. Whatever sort of betrayal or heartbreak happened here. So the offer's taken back. This seems like interpersonal, like job related. That's the huge energy that I'm picking up. Then I'm going to switch to what else? Love Oracle for Virgo. I don't want to get too much into the dirt. I'm not interested in that, but I'd like to get a bigger picture for the general collective that's watching, those Virgos watching. This comes over the Ten of Cups. Abundance. So whoever you are, you've got your shit together. If you're dealing with other people, that's fine. You know, they make their choices. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. Be grateful for your abundance. Okay. Be happy with whatever's coming in. Maybe your company's starting to pick up and make a lot more money. And this is just the one setback that you've got to deal with. Hey, it happens in business, right? You got to make judgment calls. Supreme patience comes to mind. If you are single, you're not with a person. Can we get a card for the single Virgos out of here? Love Oracle for the single Virgos. Hermit. Maybe you've gone into hermit mode. Thinking about new ideas. That's good. Ascending. Okay, so you're going through your process right now. Maybe you're not interested in I see ending. Okay, so maybe you're closing up old cycles, which is good. Transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. If this is you and you haven't come into union just yet, there is good news on the horizon. If this is you and you are not looking to get into no relationship, you're kind of just keeping to yourself, put your swords down, doing your own thing and making sure you're balanced, moving forward, then very well, this could just be you becoming one with yourself, transcending the obstacles. You're doing what you need to do for yourself. Ooh, okay, over here, over in that area with the Eight of Coins in reverse and the Queen of Cups upside down, we got the engagement ring, but it came in the upside down. It came reverse. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. So somebody left somebody else to join a union with another person. That's what I'm getting here. And maybe that's caused some conflict within a specific company. That's unfortunate, but things do happen that way. Sometimes people use other people, or they are not fully aware that when the right person comes along, that the other person was not meant for them. So if this is you, or maybe you're the one standing by, can we get clarifying card for that? Maybe you're the one standing by watching all this in your company, but I have a feeling you have something to do with this. Virgo. Ooh, too many cards. Virgo, What do you know? What's up? Are you the one watching? 4 coins in reverse. You're focused on your money. You're getting out of the lack mindset. So that contradicts the 8 of coins in reverse. So this could go alongside with the 10 of cups and the wheel of fortune and the abundance in the upright here. There's some sneaky energy here. It's like a challenge. What is this? Communication. So there's, okay. Somebody knows what's going on, okay? This is you or somebody else. Through all this, somebody knows what's going on. And you're shielding yourself. You're protecting yourself from this shit. You're like, I'm good. I'm not choosing to fight. I'm not going to go through none of that. I'll keep my abundance. I'm dealing with that. But, you know those whiteboards with the pointers and stuff like that? That's what I'm getting. Maybe a conference. Something to do with a new product. Let's see. Plant. This could be like a hydro plant or some sort of big processing plant. That could also stand for like a actual like fauna, flora too. What else we got? Sikhism, Punjab religion developed from the Hinduism, 16th century by Guru Nanak, incorporating elements of Islam. I apologize for anything I mispronunciate. I try. So somebody within the company could be of Sikh. That's fine by all means. Serving community, having the brethren, is great and everything as long as it's incorporating everybody. If somebody's being left out or something like that, that's not okay. To flee, to run away, to depart hastily. This could have been somebody that quit a job or quit a relationship. Okay. So-called a runner. To flee secretly after committing a theft. Abscond, absquilate, hightail. You know how you hightail it out of there. So somebody that's a thief. Secretly with a lover, typically getting married or eloping. Right. So, okay, so whatever's going on here is none of my freaking business, but some shady shit. Somebody leaving somebody else in a company to elope with another person. There's also somebody that's either getting let go or they have to let somebody go. And then you've got a happy couple over here, but then you've got a not so happy person over here. That's the Queen of Cups in reverse. So maybe somebody that didn't get what they want or something like that. Yeah, escaped criminal, a fugitive. This could be somebody that's working for a company that was realized that there was something shady going on. Maybe they were stealing from the company. A person who flees from war or suppression, a refugee. This could also be somebody coming in. Maybe you yourself are the refugee. You've been through so much and you're in this Empress energy. A lot of shit going on here. Sustenance. Food will be provided. Radical, extremist, revolutionary in politics. I'm personally not one of the politics. Maximalist, radical, or reforming activist with a political group or party. A young Turk. Interesting. Young Turk. Radical political revolutionary, advocating the destruction of all societal and political institutions. Before building new ones. That's at the very end there. Nihilist or an anarchist. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. What can we get here? Awareness. Again, back to the Empress. Somebody knows what's going on through all this. Okay, can we get a past life oracle card for Virgo? Separate all this energy just for Virgo. Past life oracle card, please. 1 or 2. It's up to you. Imprisonment or slavery. Okay, so we did have somebody that's an escaped person or somebody that cremated a crime. Somebody that committed a crime. Imprisonment or slavery. This could be a long history of things done either with your bloodline or just your spirit in general. This could be you or somebody else, but this like spirit, this energy in itself is not learning the lesson. What else we got here? For Virgo. Virgo, it's going to be a never-ending battle. If this is you and I'm talking to you specifically, every time you get put in a situation, you say, woe is me, or you start crying, or victim mentality, like, oh, this happened to me, or this person said this to me, or this. Okay, well, what's the lesson that you have to learn? Okay, when did you first experience that lesson? When was it first put in front of you? When did you first feel that emotion? What was your part in it? If you were really young, how did that affect you? And you brought that into adulthood. What was the lesson? Not their part, what they did. You can point fingers, that's great. But what was your part? What was the lesson that you learned? Or you just keep repeating the same cycles again and again. What else we got? Monk or nun. Maybe that's the road that you're going on. Maybe you've decided to put the swords down. You're not fighting anymore. You've had enough heartbreak. You know better. You don't want to be this energy of the Queen of Cups in reverse because it's painful. You want to go towards your abundance. Maybe you're heading towards like monk or nun vibes. It's just like, I want to keep the peace. I don't want to... You're ascending. You're going through your ascension. This could be the separate energy as well. So we have like the imprisonment and slavery over here, but then we have monk or nun. Those are two like yin and yang, black and white, two sides. Growth. And right in the middle, we got biblical, of course. What do we have? Seek. This could be a religious standpoint, or maybe somebody that is an advocate, ascending, doing what they need to do, or this is somebody that's had a long history of slavery or imprisonment, and they're trying to do the right thing by creating something with their hands. Switching over. Actually, what else we got? What can we get for the imprisonment or slavery? Inertia, passiveness, inactivity, the property of matter by which it tends to retain its state of rest, of uniform, rectilinear motion. So like a stasis mode. So you've got all this over here, right? Remember, you've got the 8 of Coins in reverse. Then you had the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then you got imprisonment or slavery that came over there. Engagement. So on this section over here is a person going through shit. On this section over here is a person going through their abundance and they're ascending and they're no longer in lack mentality. It's a decision. Or maybe this is you. This whole thing is you and you have to make a decision. What side are you going to go for? And I don't mean like... go for God or go for Satan. I mean, what side are you going to choose for yourself? Are you going to go towards the more slave-like mentality, impoverished, or are you going to go towards the abundance side? Humor. Find the humor in it. It can also mean moisture, moist matter, fluid matter in an animal body, not blood. A disposition, so that's like a state of being too. A mood, a caprice, so that's your mental state, what you decide. Thoughts become things. Jocularity, a quality akin to wit, but depending for its effect, less on point or brilliance of expression, to comply with the inclination of, to soothe by compliance, to indulge. So you could be very compliant, maybe to certain biblical history, or maybe you go towards the ascension, the monk or nun. Lots of different energies I'm picking up. If this story pertains to you, great. If it helps you, what else we got? Listen. Something to do with listen, test. Love Oracle card. 2 more for Virgo. Virgin energy. What are those? The real guardians of the galaxy? Okay. What else we got? Keys on a ring. Okay, you get your keys back. Many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So whether or not you're with somebody or you're on your own, it doesn't have to be a sexual thing. This could be decisions you have to make. Doesn't always mean it has to be conventional or going along the historical book guidelines. It can be unorthodox, but ultimately it's free will. You get to just choose. What else we got? Love Oracle for Virgo. Try this again. And not enough, as she holds the umbrella over her head. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence. You have enough inside you. Know how strong you are. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you can surmount all this bullshit. That lack of confidence is just something that was projected onto you. Probably young too, when you have to look at certain things. And it could be carried down as well as a lesson in your family that you got to learn. Stand up. Don't self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. If this is the workplace situation and there's a lot of jealousy going on, that's what's turned you kind of a Queen of Cups in reverse, whether masculine or feminine. And you're looking at these people over here. You can't be jealous of what they've worked for. You can't be jealous of how they got it or why they got it. You just got to focus on what you're doing. If you're not, if you are not fulfilled within yourself and you're looking at other people because of what they're doing and you want what they have and you're just sitting there doing nothing, I mean, honestly, it's going to feel like a lack mentality. But whoever this energy is getting out of it, this could be you too. So again, maybe you're deciding between the two sides which way you're going to go. Yeah, self-sabotage is a big thing. We tend to screw things up for ourselves due to lack of confidence, and a lot of us had that stripped young. I don't speak for you, but I speak from experience. When it comes to adults picking on children or cutting children down or putting them down, it's not cool, and it does strip away their self-confidence and their ability to make certain decisions, because it's kind of like programming them to believe they're already a fucking failure when they're not. Which leads to this imprisonment mentality and this slave mind mentality as well. It doesn't have to be in the physical. And that whole disbelief in self. Disbelief, feeling or expressing disbelief, doubting, or skeptical. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in something. If you believe in nothing, then you're going to be stuck in this whole matrix bullshit. You're not going to get to experience this. You have to believe in yourself, what you're capable of, your self-worth, or you get these opportunities stripped from you and taken away. And I understand that people will break your heart, or they'll break a contract, or they'll screw things up for you. But again, that's on them, and it has nothing to do with you having a lack of confidence in yourself. You don't have to feel like just because they made a decision that affected you that you have to strip yourself down even more. You don't have to do that. Okay, what else we got? Like a testimonial. Stand your ground, speak your truth, say what you need to. There's a lot. Don't let jealousy get in the way, or if somebody's jealous of you, do not let that bother you. That's on them. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude is very... Have your peace, keep your keys. That should be a bumper sticker. Have your peace, keep your keys. I'm going to make that bumper sticker. Yeah, death in reverse. So maybe you've escaped death narrowly, you had a near-death experience, and or it's, where is it? The self-sabotage energy and the lack of confidence or work and lack of love in self and all that shit, which leads to not having a death and a rebirth, which is a way of thinking, like a mindset, consciousness. And then you got the Five of Coins in reverse as well. You don't have to be the, what do you call that, third party if you don't want to. You got the common sense, okay? Hopefully that helps. Give me one more. Interesting. Sgraffito, sgraffito, S-G-R-A-F-F-I-T-O, a design as on pottery or a wall, scratched through a thin surface layer to reveal the color beneath. Maybe get more creative. Temple. Temple as in Rome for all the gods, a pantheon. Temple or shrine in Chinese communities. Temple or shrine, typically what do you call it? A tapering tower with many stories. Family bloodlines, I'm thinking. Pagoda. Interesting. My middle name's Pagoda. I think that's a personal reference here. Temple tower in the shape of a steep pyramid as in ancient Babylon. A ziggurat. Entrance or porch of a temple. Innermost chamber in the temple, ancient Israel, which housed the Ark of the Covenant, Holy of the Holies, Sanctum, Sanctorium, Oracle. Maybe you yourself are an oracle or very, what do you call it, intuitive. You already have your keys, access to the divine, your crown chakra, your inner knowing, collective, relationship. And a mock trial, legal debate conducted by law students in a moot. That's all I got for you, okay? Hopefully that helps.